Almost all of it was about Zion. But last night was the night the NBA lottery went from a mechanism to an event. And there were some other very important things that happened. Sneaky big news. We start with the Grizzlies moving up to number 2. Now they can draft Ja Morant. Sean, how big a deal is that for Memphis?
Well, they just got their point guard for the next 12 years, and they've got an all-star. They've got a guy that's going to sell tickets because he is a highlight reel. I mean, he is dynamic, and he is going to help out this young organization start trending back in the right direction.
Yeah, it's a move that could have a lot of other ramifications that we'll get to. Meanwhile, next sneaky big news, the Celtics spent a lot of effort acquiring and protecting draft assets over the last few years, and one of their crown jewels was this year's Kings pick. It wound up being number 14. DJ, how bad does that work out?
Man, that really doesn't bode well for Danny Ainge, because I tell you one thing we said about Danny Ainge, he sells used cars at full price, and getting that 14 pick really doesn't help his cause.
Yeah, that might take them out of, or at least hurt them badly in the Anthony Davis trade sweepstakes. And then there are the teams that plummeted. The Cavs, the Suns, and the Bulls all fell out of the top 4. Sean, which team was hardest hit by the new lottery system?
Well, I think it was out of those teams, it was the Cavs, because they had Colin Sexton. If you add in Zion Williamson, all of a sudden now you are relevant again in the NBA in the post-LeBron James era. Instead, not so much.
And so take a look at this. These are the tanking teams. The worst records in the NBA this past year. The Knicks, the Suns, the Cavs, the Bulls, none of them walk away with a top 2 pick in a league where they have redesigned the lottery format for this year. And as a consequence, my reaction is as follows. Standing ovation, Adam Silver.
I was wondering why you're standing.
Ovation. Standing ovation, because this is why Adam Silver is such an extremely effective and outstanding commissioner. Because they had a problem, a significant problem. Tanking is a scourge. We underestimate the significance of it. You are asking people to spend hundreds and at times thousands of dollars on tickets to sporting events in which the teams they are watching compete are not trying to win. That's disgraceful. And you know what? As of last night, maybe it's at least a little bit over. Does this completely solve the problem of tanking? Probably not. But I tell you what, the New York Knicks spent an entire year telling their fans, keep buying our tickets because we're going to get Zion. No, you're not. Having the worst record doesn't guarantee you anything anymore. Games are meant to be played to win. Tanking is the worst thing in sports, and the NBA did something about it. I applaud them like crazy. I'm sorry for the fans in New York and Chicago and all these places that wanted to get Zion, but in the long run, this was the best thing that could have happened to the sport.
I 100% agree. And this is why the NBA's product continues to improve. Because Commissioner Adam Silver is smart enough to say, you know what, we got to make our league better. The status quo does not work. You know, the NFL system still is in existence, and I understand different sports, different schedules, 16 games, 82 games, all that, that's fine. But what the league has continued to do, and even listening to Adam Silver last night with Rachel Nichols, talk about, okay, maybe 82 games, we're not going to change that, but maybe we have a mid-season tournament or a play-in tournament to get into the postseason and into the playoffs. They are thinking outside the box to generate eyeballs onto the sport. The NBA stole the month of July away from the NFL. When I was growing up, the NFL started in July. Training camps, when does it open? How does it? Now they move free agency. They've got it in the first week of July. What does that mean? That means we're talking all NBA all the way through July. The Summer League comes right after that and an opportunity to see these rookies. The innovation of the league is why the NBA is growing in popularity.
One phrase. You play to win the game.
There you go.
Herm Edwards.
I hope Herman is up watching early this morning in Tempe, Arizona, because he's 100% right. That's the way it's supposed to be. And I will say this, too, that you can build teams without having just the top draft picks. Now, look, this is a Knicks team that this year, there's just no other way to put it. They were tanking. You go to games, and if a guy is hot in the third quarter, they would take him out. This is disgraceful. I mean, it's not what the game is supposed to be. It's not what sports is supposed to be. They should not incentivize losing in any sport. It is a significant problem in Major League Baseball. It is has been a ridiculous problem in the NBA, and maybe this will be the first step towards solving it. I think there are even more drastic steps they could take, but I think this was an outstanding first step in that direction.